Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I have the simplest little card in the world, but I just think it is gorgeous. So it's using the new gorgeously made stamp set, which I just think is lovely. I think that's a really nice, just simple but beautiful stamp set. And then I'm using the Petal Park Punch, this one, to make my flowers. And this colour is Tahitian Tide. Yes, Tahitian Tide. So that's not a new colour. It's one I haven't really used very much, but it's all about the depth and the dimension. Can you see that? Lots going on. So nice and simple. Okay, you need a piece of cardstock as your base. I've gone for black because I want the blue, or wanted the blue, to be the bright colour, and I just didn't want anything competing. So cut it in half, score it in half, and then 2 layers of basic white that are 1/2 centimetre shorter and narrower, one for the outside and one for the inside. So if I put that down there, you can see the border. Righty-ho. So I took the big one, put it this way. I've just made the sample and thought, I really like that. I'm going to immediately film it because my camera is overhead at all time. And so I haven't even cleaned it. I'm just like, nope, I'm just going to film it straight away. And I don't often do that. Often, you know, I will make a whole host of projects and pop them to one side, and then I will come and film at a later date. But I was so excited, I was like, no, I'm just going to film it straight away. So I'm sending this one not upright, but sort of not sideways and kind of diagonally-ish. Oh, well, that was StazOn I was using, by the way. I wanted the nice rich black. Okay, and Berry's letting you know she's here too. Don't know if you can hear her. She's shouting out of the window at the birds. So this is StazOn, so I do a twist, tap, tap, tap to make sure it's well inked. Now, there is going to be a tiny little bit of an overlap, but don't worry, we're going to cover that. Has anybody else got cats that chatter at the birds? So there's a little, well, it's not actually, you know what, look at that. I didn't even overlap it. That was lucky. Okay, and then the third time round, I'm going to come back to that one in a minute. That's coming here, and I'm going to go a little bit more sideways with this one, so that's leaving you room to write. So that's my inside one. These are my, oh, bye-bye, Berry. That's my outside ones. Right, so this one, my first one, Tahitian Tide this time round, and do you know what? I don't know whether to be embarrassed to admit it or not. I wanted to use new embellishments, and I wanted a bright colour, so I found these. These are new. 2022-24 in colour pearls, and so I've chosen my colour based on these. Now we've got 2 packets of tinsel gems. We've also got, so we've got sparkle gems. Please focus, there you go. They sparkle and they are glittery inside, but then these ones are tinsel, and I'm not sure which one you're going to, really, Chris? In the garage again. I'm not sure which ones you're going to see, but you've got a 3-pack and a 4-pack. So the 3-pack is those 3 colours. Coastal Cabana, the colour I'm about to use, Fresh Freesia, and then I'm going to say that's Misty Moonlight. I haven't checked in the catalogue for the colours. So that's the 3-pack, and this is the 4-pack. Oh, one fell out. And you can't see the 4th. So those are slightly more crayon box colours, you know, red, yellow, green, blue, although obviously they're not crayon box colours because they're not, that's a pink and that's a different green. But these are slightly more muted, and there's only 3 colours. But I wanted to match these, so I've chosen my colour for my punching based on those. So I'm going with the Fresh Freesia. Don't know what it's going to look like. It might not look as good. Oh, I don't know, might look better with the paler colour. There we go, so 3 of those. Right, and then my little spongy mat, back of a paper piercer. I've got an old one from when we still had these, or this part of your take your pick. All my lovely April customers know I sent every single person a take your pick tool, because that's what I'm like, and so everybody's got one of these now. So that works. Back of a paper piercer will work as well. So we're just giving all of these dimension. And Chris is in the garage again, but this time with Luke, with my second son. So I've got 2 drivers in the house, and Luke bought himself a new stereo for his car, and Chris is teaching him how to, I don't think teaching him how to fit it, but he's showing him how to do that so that he doesn't, well, trash his car, basically. It's a rite of passage working with a father in the garage, I suspect. Right, smallest one going aside the middle one, and even though I have done that whole make it 3D look and I'm now squashing it, oopsie, oops, don't worry about it because the shape was created, it will come back. Okay, you kind of have to do, whoops, I need that one that way around. You have to make the shape before you layer them together. So do all of that. Oh, and a flipping jet overhead. My parents were over the other day and we were sat in the garden, and it just felt like every jet plane that was testing at the local airfields was overhead, and they were so loud we couldn't hear each other talk. And it was quite funny. I've got RAF Alconbury and RAF Lakenheath fairly nearby. I mean, they're not just up the road, but they're near enough that that's where they jet from, and they practice over airspace near me. Okay, so there's my 3 done, and I was starting to put them together, but I don't actually want to do that yet, so because I want to put this on. So my seal, let's just, oh, stick it to my hand. I'm going to have that one on the outside and then this one on the inside. And then now, whoopsie, what I'm going to do is, there's those glue dots again. I'm going to pick up, oh, apparently I'm not picking up anything. There we go. One there. And I'm going to start in the middle-ish. And like I say, they're quite flat right now, but they won't stay flat. One sort of over there. And then my 3rd one down here. I'm going to get my lovely new embellishment. Love glittery things. It's not just me, but I just love glittery things. And I'm going to take the larger one and pop it in the centre of each of the flowers. And then a smaller one, I'm going to take 3 of those and just sort of scatter them-ish randomly about. And then now we get to rebuild these flowers. So if I hold it up close in the air, hopefully you'll see how I'm doing it. I'm concentrating, and now you can hear the jet. So I don't think it's a jet actually. I think it's like a, I don't know what you call those one-person thingies. So there you go. That's the one I've lifted up. Those are still quite flat, so I will quickly lift all of them up. And actually, now that it's on the floor, on the tabletop, I can do it a little bit better than when it was right up in the air. There we go. So you can see the difference. So this is the one that I did on the tabletop. So that's still a little bit flat, and that's completely flat. But you just manipulate them around. If you're posting it, it's going to get a little bit squished. You know, Royal Mail. But yeah, it's going to get a little bit squished. But you could pop a note in saying, bring your flowers back to life, or, you know, you can make your flowers pop up if you just lift the petals. And there we go. That is my fresh freesia card and my Tahitian tide. I like them. They're just simple. You absolutely know me, all of you know me well enough to know I am a firm believer in sending a card just because. There doesn't need to be a set reason. There doesn't need to be any reason other than just to put a card in the post and say, I was thinking of you, or I saw this, and, or just, hi, how are you? So I hope you like them. I'm really pleased with them. I think they're simple and lovely. I hope you do too. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.